10th of June and I am greeting you this evening from the other end of my plot. Instead of being down there, I'm up here and the gate's there. So no reason really, I just fancied it. Bit of a change. And yeah, it's another glorious sunny evening following quite a glorious sunny week. I know some of you had torrential rain. We've been very, very lucky in that we haven't had it too bad. Had a few odd showers, but really not enough to soak the ground. Not like poor old Cliff at Castle Hill Garden. If you've seen his video, he was flooded several feet deep. I mean, fingers crossed, Cliff, it's all going to be okay. I'm sure he'll make it perfect again. But yeah, it's been really sunny. So I've been coming down as ever, and I have done some direct sowing of my winter squash. Absolute last chance saloon with that because it is June and they were meant to be out before the end of May. Keeping on top of, I don't know, keeping on top of the weeding, successional sowing, that sort of thing, but wind's up now. But I'm going to show you, just have a little look around the plot, and I want to have a nice chat with you at the end. Okay, let's catch up later. Okay, if you remember on my last video I prepared the bed for the winter squash by basically digging some holes, putting some homemade compost manure-y type mix in the holes, covering them up and sticking a label on top, and then not doing anything else with them. Well, that was a week ago now and I still haven't put my seeds in, so I'm aware I'm very, very much at the end of I am in the last chance saloon. It actually says on the back of these, sow April to May, but you know what, oh actually no, it says indoor sowing April to May, outdoor sowing May. So actually we're only just into June. Everything's been a bit behind. I think they're going to be fine. So today I am going to be putting in some Turk's turban, which I've never grown before, and the seeds feel huge actually. So let's just have a little look. I haven't even opened these yet. Oh, let me see. Let me see. Oh, heavens. This is highly irregular. Oh, doubled up. There must be, well it says, hold on. How many seeds are in the pack? 20 seeds, so there must be 10 in each one. I only want 3, so I might be passing some of these on. All right, okay. There's the Turk's turban seeds. Look absolutely fine. Yep, looks like 10 in each pack. So I'm going to be planting them. I am going to be planting... Anyone else grown these? I just love the look of them. Victor winter squash, which again, very similar looking seed. It is a Hubbard variety again. Now I only came across Hubbards last year and I just thought they absolutely look beautiful. So I'm doing those. I'm also doing some saved seed off my Crown Prince. So I'm going to be putting those in. You know what? I wanted to bring one of my Crown Prince squash down to show you, and I picked it up and it almost fell apart in my hands. But the fact is, I harvested it last September, October, and we did actually have one about a month ago. And so, sorry, my neighbour's just come in. I'm just saying hello. Hello, Myra. And so it has lasted all that time, so I can't be too cross with it. But yeah, they're the Crown Prince seeds. Brilliant, brilliant squash if you want to do them. Beautiful deep orange on the inside and like a grey blue rind on the outside. Keep forever, taste fantastic. And also, again, this is some seeds passed from Debbie Love, who also gave me the purple potted peas. She sent me some more uchikikuri, or as I call them, uchikiku. To put in, and look, she sent me all these, so again I shall be passing all these on, and these are her saved seed. So yeah, we've certainly, considering we put them in so late, I think we are definitely in with a chance. I know that we are going to have or we're forecast to have a downpour tomorrow. It's meant to rain all day, so I want to get these in tonight. It's been nice and warm, the soil's ready. I'll get these in. Okay. Okay, in true Jane fashion, I'm going to show you how easy it is to plant to plant 2 seeds in the soil. Okay, let's find the one that I opened. This is my Turk's turban, which is going to have the front row of the theatre. And I'm going to plant 2 seeds next to each other. Now I'm looking at this, but really it's common sense. Cover lightly with fine soil. Yeah, fine. Remember, this has all got a lovely big thing of moisture retentive composty manure underneath. And look, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put one on that side. Look at that, you just push it in. And one on that side. There is a whole debate, as with beans, as to whether you plant it a particular way up. I think as long as you don't plant it flat like, oh, can you see? Flat like that, you're all right. Okay, so that's that one done. You know, when you think, I've been saying I haven't had time to do this all week. It's just as easy as it is. One there. One there. Cover it up. And then I'm going to carry on doing the rest. And really, simple sowing. Simple sowing, simple gardening with Jane. And here we are a few days later, and the squash patch is starting to look like a proper little vegetable area now. You can see that the seeds are planted directly into the soil. Oh, I'm going to show you. Let's see. Look, look, look. Oh, there's me. Oh, can you see? Yeah, those 2. The Turk's turban, they're coming up. My Victor squash over there is coming up. There's one of the crown prince, which you won't be able to see, right in the distance coming up. So already I've got 4 more plants than I thought. Oh, hold on. Another Turk's turban. Okay, so already I've got 4 more plants than I expected. Sorry, I'm just moving back again here. Try not to walk into the fruit cage. But yeah, I'm really surprised because, as you can see, it was quite an ad hoc way of sowing my seeds, but it works. Front, I've got 3 courgettes that we were gifted, and I've got 2 squash there that were just left by our shed door. I've got a suspicion that they're patty pan, the scallop squash that we grew last year, and we were handing them out to all and sundry. They were so prolific. But I know a couple of our plot neighbours said they were really pleased with them, and they'd saved some of the seed and grown some on. So I'm assuming that that is them, but I will have to ask them next time I see them. You can also see I haven't done it to all the squash yet, but I've marked each area with a stick, and I know the sticks are too tall and I'll run out, so I'll have to snap them in half. But each stick, as I'm getting one, I'm putting a water bottle on the bottom, because not only will that direct the water more directly to where it needs to be, to the roots, but the stick will show us where the plant is, because believe you me, once these squash take off, there's no knowing where they started. So they act as markers, and of course each one's got a little eye stopper thing on the top. So yeah, I reckon in a month's time we're not going to be able to see any of that soil, which is a good thing. And here we are at the stagecoach. The beans have taken off really, really well, and I mean, there's one up here that is, oh, it's about 5 foot tall already. It's raced ahead of the others, but the others are all doing well and they're starting to find their supports, so it's going to look slightly less ridiculous, thank you very much to the people who mocked, as they grow. If I show you, oh, where's the onions? Along each side we have our beans, and then we turn to cucumbers, and then calendula, a poor sad old bunch of sweet peas, which actually, you know, now they're in the soil, they're starting to take, I think once they actually find something to grow up, that helps them. So some of them might need a little bit of helping along, but yeah, so as we enter the archway of glory, it will smell nice. So, oh, there's me again in this hat. I'm not showing you me in this hat. It's bad enough the shadows there. Yeah, so once again, this, I reckon, in a month's time, is going to be glorious, swathed in greenery, and then hopefully swathed in beanery. You can see now that the gym has pretty much, well, it has come to an end. You know what's quite sad though is we're still getting the odd bee landing and trying to get a little bit of nectar there, but it's time to basically just cut it back. So when I say cut it back, all I really mean is I'm just going to do some deadheading, which is, I always think it's a little bit cruel, because it's like the plant's worked really, really hard for you, and all it's trying to do is provide some seed so that it can carry on, you know, that it can propagate itself. And we come along and go, no, that's not good enough. We're going to cut those flowers off and you're going to have to start again. It does mean that we get more flowers. Now, I've been doing this since about mid-spring really, and I've had continual flowers on this, but look, yeah, they're not going to flower that much more now. But what will happen if I get this lot off now, I might get the odd flower over the summer. It tidies it up a bit, although I hate to say tidying up. I don't tidy my garden generally. But yeah, it'll just mean the plant gets some chance to recover. And yeah, give me a beautiful display again next year. Well, would you look at my fruit patch? Goose gogs? Not ready yet. You can tell they're ready because they start to give when you press them. And these, at the moment, are still, yep, tough as old boots. But there are so many. I think it's going to be a very, very good year for fruit. Don't know what to do with gooseberries, really. But, yeah, any gooseberry ideas, let me know. Give us your goose gog recipes. And going in, worried that if I go in I might not be able to find my way out. We've actually got, last year we got sawfly on the currants. So we managed to get rid of them, but we're keeping an eye out. See here, this to me, I don't know if you can see the shadow in the way, that's my shadow. The leaves are starting to look a little bit rubbishy, and actually, if we look underneath, I think it might just be aphids, I don't know, but we are keeping an eye on them. If you look at this little fella. Oh, he's red and hidden. Little fella making a web in there. Come on, way. That was a little spider. We want all of those we can get. But yeah, if you look again, that says to me they're not very healthy. So it might be that we have to spray them, it might be that we have to cut those off and hedge our bets. But apart from that, the rest of the currants, oh, I can show you. This must be how David Bellamy used to feel, you know, when he was in the jungle. Never quite known what he was going to stand up. Yeah, if we start to look down there. Don't know if that's the black currant or the red currant, but we'll soon find out when they change their colour. Oh, ow, that was a nettle. And in here as well, not a huge amount of currants, but certainly more than last year. Pleased with them. Raspberries coming on apace, and of course we all know what happens with the raspberries. They grow way too high, produce way too much fruit, We have way too much of a glut, and we swear that by next year we're going to get them sorted out and under control. Yeah. Never happens. Our plot neighbour has just returned from the RHS show at Chatsworth, and he's brought this little fella back with him. He's fantastic. And if he doesn't scare the pigeons away, he might just put them to sleep. The potatoes are coming on really well. We had, considering we put them in very late again, we had a couple of gaps, which we just shoved some spare potatoes in, if I show you there. So some are a lot further behind than others. But we've got in here our Charlottes, our Nicholas, and our King Edwards. And yeah, they're doing really well. So again, you think they're going in really late, but look at that. That's a healthy potato plot. Mike's taken on the brassica cage this year. And I've got to say, having the cage over it has made a huge difference because it's kept away Mr. Pigeon. So I think we might actually have some luck with our brassicas this year. Because so far, with a fair wind and some good luck, they're looking pretty good. We've got the inevitable broadbean blackfly, which, yeah, you're going to get. These are coming up later in the season, and a lot of people are harvesting these now. Ours are just getting ready, I think another week or so to harvest. But what I did notice on here yesterday were a fair few of our friendly ladybirds. But oh, there's one. Can you see this one down here? Hello, little fella. Don't know if you can see it or not. Hold on. Yeah, little red thing. It's dead actually. No, it's moving. Now there are rather too many blackfly for that poor one ladybird to deal with, but we have done what you're supposed to. We've nipped off the tops. We're going to give them a good jet of water and get off the worst of them, and hopefully they won't make too much damage. Beans on the wigwams, excuse me, the beans on the wigwams are doing well. These are the ones that we planted out as plants, and these are the ones that I just put in as beans. Look, side by side. They're going to catch up in no time. So yeah, they're my gigantes, which I'm so looking forward to. The other ones, can't remember the name, haven't come up yet, but I'm not giving up hope, there's plenty of time. And then we have these, oh, which say Russian giant, but I know that's a sunflower. These ones were put in as plants. I'm going to have to put some sort of support around those because some of them are finding the canes and some of them aren't. But yeah, beans are coming on really well. We're going to have a great harvest. I know a lot of you are harvesting strawberries at the moment. I don't think we're going to be joining you because, well, basically we split them way too late and moved them because they were completely overcrowded, and actually replaced a few, but we did it all so late that I think we're going to be looking at next year before we can rely on a good harvest. However, have a look at this little fella. This is what they should all look like. It's fantastic. And this cost £2 from Morrison's. If only we'd known. Oh dear. One of the things I've been avoiding doing is potting on the tomatoes. To be honest, I've got no excuses, but I have got some reasons. One of the reasons is that it entails moving all the greenhouse furniture, if you like, around, which means that I have to, oh, voice has changed the fun. I have to get rid of all this so that I can turn that table upside down to bring stuff back in, which is okay. It's a little bit tricky on your own. And the other thing is, where I was going to put my halos, guess who's planted his salad leaves and basil? Yes, Mike. So I don't really want to disturb them at the moment, but it means that the tomatoes are having to wait until we've had at least one harvest of these salad leaves. Also, down here, oh, I bet they don't come out to play. One of these was absolutely teeming with red ants the other day, going in and out of these stalks. And I know bamboo canes are brilliant to encourage insects to come and hibernate, but I don't really want all the red ants. So we've put ant powder down, alas, which I hate doing. Someone suggested pouring boiling water on them, which again, I just really don't like the idea of it. So basically I'm just hoping that they go away and I get my little patch back. But until that happens, I'm going to have to do something with these poor old tomatoes, otherwise someone's going to be ringing, I don't know, Royal Society for the Protection of Small Fruits. Let's get them sorted.
Didn't have Mike with me, he didn't have his car, I was stuck with my diddy little Volkswagen Beetle, and believe you me, trying to get one of those big bags of compost in the boot, doesn't work. So I chose to get 5 small bags of compost, which still came to £5. It would have been much more cost efficient to have got one of the big ones, but anyway, it's not very good. It's very sort of, I don't know, it feels very damp and I don't know, a bit woody. So I have put in the equivalent of about a tablespoon of these granules. Can you see those? These Miracle Grow all-purpose fertiliser things. The only problem I find with these is once you've put them in, they do tend to look like slugs' eggs. So there's always a bit of a mild panic when you forget that what they are and you think, slugs have taken over my tomatoes. But basically I have mixed those in. I have got my tomato and I am dreading taking it out the pot because I don't know what I'm going to find. The other one wasn't too bad actually. Oh, look how dry it is. I should have watered it before I put it in, but yeah, poor thing. It's going to breathe a sigh of relief, I think, when it goes into this pot. I am going to take off the bottom. They're the seed leaves right at the bottom. And I'm going to take off, look, it's poor drooping things. Might take off that one as well. And I'm going to plant it to about there, about 2 or 3 inches above where it is at the moment, just because, as you all know, it will start to get roots coming out of the stem, and the more roots it has under the soil, obviously the sturdier the plant's going to be, and hopefully more productive. So in with the hand, in with the tomato, you know me, it's all fairly straightforward, and then top it off with this other compost, which I've got all over my shoe with the last one. So I should have got my shovel, but I didn't. Right, okay, this is a mix of half a bag of compost I had left, compost from the bottom of our compost bin, and tiny little bit of farmyard manure. So I'm hoping it's not going to be too rich, because it needs nitrogen at the moment for leaf formation, but then I think, is it potassium, potash, something or other that'll start needing when your first trusses start to form, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. That's it. I don't know what that is. I've lost the label. It's a tomato. It looks really sorry for itself. Oh, bless it. It's even, oh, it's starting getting little tomatoes on it, or little flowers. It's trying. I think now that is going to be going and getting its roots will start to feel like, you know, there is life after all. And hopefully I haven't let it get knocked back too far by putting it on so late, but that's 2 done. I've got about 13 more to do, and I've also got to plant the ones in the halos. But anyway, that's that for now. At least I've got those 2 done. It's all you know, ticking them off the list. The other thing I really wanted to chat about today was I'm starting to feel a little bit like, I don't know, I really love coming to the allotment. I love making the videos, I love everything about it, I love the feedback and everything. I'm starting to feel, not despondent, that's not the word, but I can only get like a video out once every 2 weeks, and I feel a little bit like by the time I get mine out, everyone else has done everything, and they've done it really well. So I sort of feel like, who on earth would want to watch me just sort of go, for example, I can't get it out of the pot, oh, there you go, you know, dunk, dunk, whole pot in, you know, there you are, oh, that's another one done. But you know, that's my way of doing things, but there are people out there who are absolutely brilliant, and it's got to the point where I'm thinking, what's the point of me going and putting on my tomatoes and filming it, because other people have done it and they've done it much better. So part of me is thinking, well, what can I do? What can I do that's different? And it's starting to interfere with me actually enjoying doing the garden, because I don't know, it's a pressure I'm putting on myself really, and it's unnecessary. There's complete navel gazing, as I told you, I do apologise. But yeah, I'm sort of starting to think, well, I've done that. And I think as well, having done them, like, this is my 3rd year now, I've done these things before, so, you know, I look back here and I was doing my hanging baskets, and I sort of think, why would I do that again? Why would anyone want to watch that again? I don't know. Anyway, I was having a right old whinge the other day to a friend of mine, and she said, Jane, just put yourself back 3 years and think to yourself, why did you start doing the videos? And I had to be quite, I sat there and thought about it, because I mean, I'm never going to have thousands of subscribers. I don't do enough. I don't work hard enough at it, to be honest. And I know that. But I was starting to get a bit, well, subscribers gone up, they go down, they gone up, go down. I was starting to get a little bit down about it, really, if I'm being completely honest. And yeah, she came along and said, why did you do it? Why did you start in the first place? And the reason I do it is because I love doing it. I love doing the gardening. Doing the videos is a bonus. But, you know, it did make me sort of sit back. It's almost like someone gave me a slap. And I shouldn't say that, I know, but a verbal slap. And made me sit back and think, actually, this is the reason I'm doing it. So I do love it, but I do apologise, because I'm aware it's all quite boring. It's sort of, I don't know. You gets what you put into it, you know, and I don't. I can't. Well, I suppose sometimes I can get more than one video out, but this is one of the reasons. Anyway, this brings me straight on. This is very, very cannily done to the fact that I've now got my, if you didn't know about it, I've now got a Facebook page. So I'm trying to update my gardening adventures on there, just to prove actually that I do come down here more than once every 2 weeks. I don't know if you can see, it's absolutely beautiful bee on that little tomato flower. Hello. Oh, he's lovely. It's like a pale yellow. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, so I hope that wasn't too... It's a bit self-obsessed, isn't it? I don't want it to sound self-obsessed. And I'm all right, you know, and I'm still doing it. But yeah, I think probably it hits us all every now and then, sort of, why are we doing it? Or rather, why are we filming it? And why on earth would somebody want to watch? So, yeah. But yeah, get over to my Facebook page and have a little look on that. Saying that though, you know, it is great. Such a lovely community, and everyone's so helpful and lovely. And I don't know if I thanked Marina last time, but you've seen people, you've seen stuff that people have sent me before. And my lovely Facebook friend Marina has sent me a whole load of dahlia cuttings through the post that she took off her mother plant last year and overwintered. And you know, and that was such a lovely thing to do. She's got a Facebook page. Go over and say hello. She's currently building herself like a fragrant garden in her backyard. So yeah, go and say hello. I think it's under Marina's garden. But what a lovely thing to do. And I find that all the time, that gardeners are always willing to share. You know, they love to share and share their knowledge, share their plants, you know, share their advice. It's lovely. So yeah, it's all good. But just a bit of a wobble really, and I don't usually do that. I usually keep it all to myself, but I thought I'll stuff it. I'm in that mood. Right, okay. I am going to try and get at least a couple more of these done so that when I go to bed tonight I haven't got that feeling of guilt and wake up in the morning with a feeling of horror that they might have all died in the night, because I am pushing it. It really has been last chance saloon with most of the garden this year, and maybe that's why I need to catch up a bit really, because it is all going to be absolutely lovely, but yeah, I just feel like I'm on catch up the whole time. So anyway, shut up Jane, you're waffling on. Wasn't a lot to show you, but a bit of a catch up anyway. I hope you're all well. I really hope, I mean, I know the UK, most of the UK's had this lovely weather. I hope wherever you are in the world you're having it, if not great weather, you're able to enjoy some sort of gardening or get out there and just enjoy being outdoors. Okay, but for now, I'm going to stop moaning and go away with a smile on my face because I love it. Okay, see you soon. Bye.